This is David Summerfleck. I'm a digital marketing specialist online at dms.blue. Those are my initials. It's what I do, and blue is my favorite color. In this video, I want to talk about part two of how websites make money. And in part one, we talked about the marketing plan. So now we're going to go down the circle and talk about management. So for management, basically, if you're a small solopreneur, a lawyer in private practice, a small restaurant, basically management refers to whoever's running the business on a day-to-day basis, the boots on the ground, the people who are really out there, meeting with prospects, customers, clients, and the public face of the company. So that must basically mean that management has got to be willing and able to invest for ROI. So ROI refers to return on investment. Many small businesses may not be able to invest money for their marketing efforts. And this is one of the things that often pushes back on new business owners. You have an idea that you think could work. You have some kind of a business that you want to promote, whether it's a restaurant, a psychology practice, it could be a legal practice, it could be an accounting firm or practice of your own, it could be an electrician, a plumber, a mechanic, it could be anything. You want to start that business, you want to start generating income right away. You don't have business money, or you don't have money rather to invest in that business. So you've got to be able to invest money to make back money. And that's why so many small business owners will go to a bank seeking a loan or a credit union. In a lot of cases, credit unions are willing to invest money for a small business, whereas banks may not be. So you've got to be able to invest for ROI, and you've got to be willing to do it. A lot of people have money to invest in marketing for their business, but don't want to. Or I'll invest in marketing after it's growing. And it's kind of like a catch-22. It's like, well, I'm going to put wheels on the car after it's on the interstate. It doesn't work like that. The marketing is what brings people's attention to the company. And free DIY templates do not generate interest on Google. They don't get that number one placement that's required to get the attention and the visibility. So you've got to be willing and able to invest for return on investment. That's important. It's vital. You can be willing but not able, or you could be able to do it and not know how, or not know who to do it, or you're able to do it and you're just not interested right now. So those two have to come together. Next, you've got to be growth focused. And not every business is actually growth focused. And what that means is some businesses just are not ready to scale for accelerated growth. For example, I met a young lady who is running a what do they call it? A clothing store where they take in recycled or used clothing, and then take them in, fix them up, and sell them at a markup. So I was talking to her about promoting her business and growing her business, and I said, well, why don't you create a website? Make sure it's number one in Google for your local demographics, and then you could use e-commerce, so you can sell online, take payments online, cross promote everything on eBay and Amazon and sell through them as well. And you're going to be making a lot more money. You're going to have more avenues to increase revenue. And her response was, if I started making more money, I'd have to hire more people. It would be more work. I'm just not ready for that. So she wasn't ready to scale for accelerated growth. So what she wanted, what she said she wanted, and what she was able to do were not the same thing. So you've got to be willing to invest. You've got to be able to invest. Then you've got to be growth focused, meaning you're ready to grow and scale for accelerated growth. If you aren't, then again, that's another thing that you have to resolve. You don't want to get online until these are resolved. Finally, with management is transparency. In many small businesses, especially where you have family members, there's inequality in roles. So you want to make sure that whoever comprises management, that there is equal and clear transparency, there's open and clear communication. Why? That's so you know that everybody who is in charge of running that business or financing that business is on the same page, that they have the same values and same principles. They're interested, they're willing and able to invest for return on investment and growth. They are ready to scale and accommodate growth, and that they are communicating openly and easily on a regularly recurring basis. So thanks for watching. I'm David at dms.blue. In our next video, we're going to tackle traditional marketing, or what I call boots on the ground marketing.